Hola, muy buenas a todos, estamos aquí en otro capítulo más y esta vez es de Horizon Forbidden West. Vamos a entregar la última misión que hicimos, que fue... em, como... ay, la, la tartamudez. Fue recolectar a uno de las subfunciones de Gaia y ahora se la vamos a entregar. Aquí como buenos peones que somos. Y vamos a hacerle 1500 preguntas como siempre. Y luego vamos a ir a por... Éter, creo que es. Bueno, uno de ellos. De
Welcome
momento vamos a
back,
entregarle
Aloy.
Poseidón a Gaia.
I see you have recovered Poseidon.
Muy bien. Ya tenemos aquí con Poseidón.
Aloy, can you come downstairs?
Notificación nueva.
Y hemos
Trofeo
entregado
ganado.
la misión.
Pulsa el botón
De
PS
todas
para
maneras, vamos
obtener
a hablar con
información.
Gaia.
Hello, Aloy.
Porque tenemos cositas, nuestros avances. ¿Qué pasa con los
Val and
compañeros?
Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have
Mira,
agreed
mira.
to disagree.
Vale, ¿qué más pasa?
How's Aaron handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus. After an initial incident,
What did he do?
he unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
Vale. Seguimos
So
otra
there's a
vez.
few people here now, and they're learning. All about you, the ancient world. Almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. While the loss of the Apollo database was catastrophic, there is still much that can be gleaned from the data you have uncovered. For instance, Varl has been reviewing the last recorded entries from those who perished during the Pharaoh Plague. Hearing their hopes and fears made him quite somber.
Anything I should be worried about?
I do
No.
not believe so. I have elected not to intervene, to allow him to process this on his own terms.
Mira qué inteligente. Acerca del mundo antiguo. Vamos a ver.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with too.
Vamos a seguir preguntando por lo mismo, por lo
So,
que se ve.
a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory.
Manuk.
I discovered another AI there. One not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was
Cyan.
created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project. And it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh Plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about.
Vale, seguimos preguntando por lo mismo.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh Plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them. When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city, Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths at their core have proven to be exceptional survivalists.
Y tan excepcionales.
Faced with
Mortal.
overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, what he achieved. Water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up.
Seguimos, o sea, Aloy no se cansa.
When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
At this point, we can only speculate. Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such technology. As their goals evolved over time, so did their areas of research.
So they got more selfish as the risks of staying on Earth kept rising.
Rarito, rarito. Este lugar, a ver.
So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here.
Seguimos.
So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality, should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
Ah, eso lo estoy
I'll keep a
haciendo,
lookout.
Ok. No queda.
I guess I should get going.
No, no quedaba más,
Así
no sé por qué me
sí.
salía esa
Be well,
reclamación.
Aloy.
Voy a meter un momentito de nada aquí, conectar el módulo de dron de observación, que ya lo he tenido conectado,
There. Let's see what we got.
y este de aquí conectado. Perfecto, muy bien. Nivel 24, listos para hacer la próxima misión. Nos llamó Bard, así que tenemos que hablar con él, a ver qué novedades nos tiene. ¿Dónde está? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué fue? Es mía, pero vamos a ir. Subsuelo. ¿Qué pasa?
Hi!
Hombre desconocido.
Happy birthday, Isaac! Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
Bueno, cosa relajante y otra cosa es absorbida por... Absorta.
You know, I used to
Absorbida,
watch this a
absorta.
lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
¿Y qué pasa con
Go
Tilda?
on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors.
Benefactor.
Promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me. In a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files.
Vale.
We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
Vale, a ver, Tilda, ¿qué pasa?
What else can you tell us about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage? She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses.
Claro, tiene sentido. A ver, canal de datos.
You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone.
Uy, el dedo ahí se le quedó medio raro. Cuidado. Muy bien, a ver la casa, ¿qué pasa con la casa?
So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave.
Normal, era lo más parecido a un hogar que tenía la pobre chica. Muy bien, pinturas y archivos. ¿Qué pasa con las pinturas y los archivos?
You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many. They didn't interest you? I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis. Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use?
No, no me supongo que no.
Any information about them was redacted.
Entonces a Aloy no le interesa. A ver, ¿qué se distanció?
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is.
When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed.
Bueno, me supongo que habrá sido para protegerte.
Tilda's the same as the others. It won't help us defeat them. Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
Un temperamento fuerte, ¿eh? Uy. Uy, el
What's
V.
wrong?
I'm trying, Laurel. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of
Obviamente.
course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
Bueno, yo sí. Yo creo que tiene que ser alguien importante en la historia. Vale, y ahora pues me supongo que tendremos que ir a las coordenadas con Demeter. Mira dónde. Esto es tan grande que a veces me pierdo, ¿sabes? Bueno, pues nos vamos a ir a las coordenadas con Demeter porque tenemos el nivel para hacerlo. Tenemos ahí un montón de chats abiertos. Pero bueno, no pasa nada. Nos vamos a ir por aquí y vamos a ir directamente a una... Mira, blanco todo esto. Vale, quiero irme a una...
Good use of
a ver,
this.
por aquí. A una hoguera y de la hoguera vamos a la otra hoguera más cercana. Está lejos, Está lejos la hoguera cercana, A ver si podemos llegar de forma rapidita.
I still need to get those control cores from the Grimhorns with Zoe.
Sí, bueno, pero eso no es lo que vamos a hacer ahora. Y vamos a ir directamente a las coordenadas de Demeter. Es verdad que no tengo lo que viene siendo pociones de salud, ni mediana ni grande. Pero bueno, seguro que por ahí encontramos algo. No me preocupa. Aunque sé que tenemos que darle duro a la lucha seguro cuando lleguemos, porque esta ya es la última subfunción para poder someter a Hefesto. No creo que nos falte poco para acabar, pero estamos más cerca de acabar el juego. Yo creo que este juego va a ser incluso más largo que... Me cago en 10. Que el de las cosas, ¿vale? De todas maneras, voy a hacer un corte aquí hasta llegar a las coordenadas, ¿vale? Así que nos vemos en un momento. Vale, chicos, estamos de vuelta ya llegando a las coordenadas de Demeter. Estamos a escasos 200 metros de llegar a las coordenadas. Se han perdido uno de los viajes más espectaculares. O sea, las imágenes que... Las imágenes que hay son muy bonitas. Muy bonitas, muy bonitas. Me han gustado muchísimo. Vamos a ver qué pasa aquí. Esto parece como la antigua ciudad, ¿no? Vamos a ver qué pasa. Vale, aquí hay algo. Toma, por arriba.
Hold your fire! I'm not here to fight!
The barbarian's pinned down. Move in.
Uy, perdón, ese es mi perro.
Okay, whoever these people are, it looks like we're not gonna be friends. I need to get past these hostels and into the ruins.
Keep their head
Vale, o sea que tengo que matar a esta gente.
like me. Not one more step, barbarian.
Ay, ay. Uy, casi no saben ni dónde estoy. ¿Y quién es esta gente ahora? Es que intento esquivar, pero es que como 300 golpes. No, ¿a dónde va? Bueno, uno menos. Es que los otros mandándome fichitas como si fueran las cartas del colegio. Madre mía, menos mal que aquí hay... Te acabo de reventar. Yo... A ver, de para acá. Ah, que se esconden. Ah, que se esconden. Está bien, eso que se escondan, está bien. Ya no saben dónde estoy.
We start the search here. I want their heads.
3.
You'd better have my gun. You sure this is the place? Protect the site. Kill her.
¿A dónde va? Amiguito. Sí, vuelvo a enseñar.
Protect the site. Kill her.
Vuelve. ¿Qué tal?
She felt that.
Pues mira, quedó hasta bien y todo. Casi. ¿Qué puedes conmigo? Estás hablando de... Ay, madre, que mato, Ah, estos son buenos con el fuego. Vamos. No saben dónde estoy.
Tell me you can see her. For the ancestor.
Lo voy a quemar.
Protect the site. Kill
¿Segura?
her.
¿Seguro que quieres eso? Uy, ay, me quemo.
Put her down.
Bueno, eso en la cabeza debería haber sido muerte total. Muerte mortal, pero bueno, mira, los
Who are
tíos.
these people? And why are they out for blood? I better get to Demeter fast in case there's more of them.
Vamos
According to
primero
Gaia,
a...
it should be somewhere in these ruins.
Vamos a ver. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer? Ir a las coordenadas de Mete, vale. Un momentito. Ya voy. Vamos a volver a hacer... Por si acaso que nos encontremos a gente rarita aquí. Solo in case. ¿Cómo quieres que salgamos de aquí? Creo que por esa... Supongo que por aquí podremos salir. Espérense. Bueno, se nota bastante que es
Looks like some sort of old office complex.
una antigua ciudad. Querían hacerla como antigua ciudad de
Stuff for the stash.
moderna.
Fully automated solutions
Uy,
industry-leading
por ahí.
biotech research facility.
¿Esto es en serio?
Environmental
Esto es en serio. Tengo que bajar y subir por las escaleras.
management.
Una persona normal. Pero hoy no sabe subir escaleras. No he subido escaleras en su vida. ¿Qué pasa aquí? ¿Qué es
A
esto?
metal flower. Demeter should be right beyond that door. But those vines are blocking the way. Unless I can cut through them, I'm gonna need to find another way in.
O sea, ¿qué tengo que hacer? Entrar por aquí, ¿no? Porque pica puerta viable. Y empuja para... Aloy es que está muy fuerte, Ustedes no lo saben, pero Aloy es Fuertísima. ¿Y qué quieres que haga aquí? Ah, vale, aquí. Y ahí está. Hecho una fiera. Por cierto, ya empecé a trabajar. Como habrán notado que no he subido vídeo. Que sé por qué. Básicamente, si empiezo a trabajar, las horas del día no me
No way
dan
out. Great.
para todo lo que quiero.
At least there's a console.
¿Qué pasa aquí?
Log.
Un diario. ¿Un diario de qué?
Just got off the line with U.S. Robot Command. Time's running out. Didn't have the heart to tell Harris that our cure might be worse than the disease. Even if adamantine wreath works, we still have to prove we can curtail the trailing plants efficiently. But Cobble's team is working on it over at Test Station Ivy. He'll come through. He has to.
Adamantine wreath. Another secret project. Well, they made the metal flowers here and the vines, so maybe I can find a way to destroy them. If I can find Test Station Ivy.
Estación Hiedra. O sea, que crearon unas plantas de metal para algo, pero no sabemos para qué. Y tenemos que encima saber cómo destruirla.
There we go.
Ah, más gente, genial.
Great.
Humanos.
These guys again. Whoever they are, they want me dead. I better be careful.
Bueno, a ver si lo podemos hacer en silencio. Alguna dificultad tenía que tener esta... Esto me recuerda a de las
Could
tofas.
take those soldiers out quietly.
Vale, tenemos una ahí. Vale, aquí. Ah, ¿qué están corriendo? O loco. ¿Qué pasa?
There's a barbarian in the compound. She got past the lookouts.
Como una
Find her,
salvaje.
kill her, and bring her head to the lieutenant.
Ustedes sí que son los salvajes.
Diplomacy's off the table.
It's machines.
Vale, son unos cuantos por lo que se ve, No tiene... Vale. Con este nos podemos acabar antes.
All sacrifices are for the light of truth.
Lo que tú quieras. Yo me vuelvo para atrás. Uno menos. Este tiene pinta de que puede pillar también. Uy, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa? Sí, sí, tú vente. Ah, no, no. Vienen dos. Vienen dos, no. Tres. Agüita, que el vino, vamos. Rapidísimo. Podríamos cargarnos ahí. Ah, miedo, ¿no?
A corpse! Everyone better look around.
Solísimo de la vida está. Ahí siguen buscando. Loco, esto me recuerda tanto a The Last of Us, ¿cierto? Si no han visto The Last of Us 2, tienen el capítulo, el juego completo en mi canal, ¿vale? Y apoyar ayuda muchísimo. Como todos aquellos están apetecidos.
They've escaped. We'll
Vamos
have
a
to get
este.
our revenge
No
next
pasa
time.
nada.
Stand down.
Ah, mira, es que incluso lo podemos hasta
I need to
lootear.
check something. Yeah, that didn't look right.
You wanna fight? Go! Go!
No,
There!
no.
Over here! Not one more step, barbarian!
Barbarian, ¿cómo que barbarian? Ustedes sí que son bárbaros de la vida. Ya no saben ni dónde estoy. Loquísimo los acabo de... Loquísimo. ¿Cuántos hay abajo? Oh. Todos ahí abajo como bobo. Y yo puedo entrar por aquí. Sí, pero tenemos que matar a estos primeros. Ahí hay uno, ahí hay uno. ¿Está solito?
You see her?
Aquel del fondo creo
No
que sí.
sign of anyone. What now? Kill her! Hunt her down!
Ostras. Es que estaba corriendo, ¿verdad? Otra. A ver, no me gusta nada que me estén... No lo saben.
Keep firing! I don't have a target!
No saben ni dónde estoy.
Protect the side! Kill her! Get over there!
Ah, ya sabes.
Engage her!
Otra vez ya sabes.
Pick her up now!
¿Qué le pasa? ¿Qué le pasa?
For the ancestors!
Por los ancestros, o sea, ¿qué le pasa a esta gente? Está loquísimo. Deberían dejar de lanzarme esas cosas. Sería genial. Toda esta gente. Tengo que volver, ¿no? Pero bueno. Menos me los despisté. A ver si no corro mucho. Y no me meto en cosas malas. ¡Ostras!
She's over there! For the ancestor! Attack!
Bueno, mira. Ya hay. ¿Te tienes guerra? Guerra tiene.
Put her down!
Primer aviso.
I've got a beat!
Y último. Y porque no este no le llega. ¡Ostras!
You will fall.
Yo también sé luchar. Caretillas. No como caretas.
You hit him!
Sí, ¿a qué costo? ¿A qué costo me golpeaste? ¿A qué costo?
Cover fire!
¿Dónde están? Si yo no sé ni dónde están.
I lost sight of her.
¿Hay uno arriba o...? Ah. Primer aviso, segundo. Ahí va. El hombro, eso no fue ni el hombro ni de...
No way!
Ay,
Opening
espérate, como que
fire!
trabadísimo. ¿Te has podido lanzar una flecha en todo lo que llevas? Casi que te cito ya. Uy, casi. Yo voy y...
I've got eyes on her!
A ti el que más ganas te tengo.
Put her down!
No, esas cosas no me dan ya, ¿eh? ¿Cómo es posible esto? ¿Cómo es posible esto? Diseño. Porque aquí todo es azul. ¿Te has preguntado eso? Porque todo es azul.
Let's find that coward. Where do we start? Now I'll finish you. You see her?
Bueno. ¿Ves esa arma ahí? Esa es la que voy a coger. Vente.
For the ancestors!
Que no quiero... Lo que quiero es el arma. Lo que quiero es el arma.
Not one more step, barbarian!
Ups. Lo siento, ¿Hay más gente?
I really wish these people would have talked to me instead of trying to kill me.
Sí, estaría bien que la gente dejara de intentar matar a otra gente. Claro. Vamos a ver qué pasa. ¿Qué más pasa en este increíble lugar en el que todos los loot son azules? Abrir esta puerta. ¿Qué pasa? Parece interesante. No, yo creo que no vas a tener que disparar a nadie. Va a aparecer otro clon o algo así.
I submit. Do as you will.
I didn't want to fight your friends out there. They attacked me.
If by death alone I can atone our trespass.
I'm not gonna kill you, okay? I just want to figure out what's going on. Where did you get that focus?
I'm of the chosen people. The Quen. The ancestors left the power of the focus to us alone, the eye that reveals the legacy.
¿Qué?
The legacy, huh?
The legacy? The truth. It is in the darkness and the lost places. Among the ancient ashes and the bones of the before that it lies waiting. As a diviner, it is my task to seek it out. For the good of my people.
You're looking for data. Maybe we can help each other. What's your name?
Alva. Second diviner of the Eastern Expedition.
I'm Aloy. Why don't we start again?
Sin matar a tanta gente. Los Quen, ¿qué son los Quen?
I've never heard of the Quen.
Our lands lie across the Great Ocean. We haven't been here before.
So why come now?
Our homeland has been ravaged by freakish weather. Terrible storms and blistering droughts. The crops are failing, the people are starving. When we looked for answers, it was proposed that if we had the courage to cross the ocean to Legacy's landfall, then we might earn the knowledge we need to save our people. But so far, that knowledge has eluded us.
Que estos
So
vienen de otro
people
lado.
call this place Legacy's landfall?
No. Landfall is where we arrived. To the west, in the shadows of the sunken city by the broken bridge.
You mean San Francisco?
Oh,
Yes.
vale, siguen siendo
You're
Estados
well
Unidos.
versed in the legacy. It was a place of great importance to our ancestors. We had hoped to learn their secrets
Bueno,
there,
tampoco tan
but so far
importante.
that door remains closed. Even so, the data we discovered there has led us to this place. It might be our last chance.
To find something that can save your crops and your people.
Yes. If the ancestors will be generous to us once more.
Tu foco.
So you said your ancestors left your tribe that focus?
Yes.
Pero
13
tienen
diviners have
súper-
possessed this one since it was
súper
discovered among
personalizados,
the ruins in our homeland. I have their honored names committed to memory.
So you have one, but none of the soldiers out there did.
We each have a role to play. No, it is the diviner's purpose to seek out the legacy, interpret the wisdom of our ancestors for the good of all, and to keep it safe, so that no one but the diviners know how to use a focus. Not even the Imperial family, and certainly not soldiers.
So how many diviners are there?
At landfall, a small group. Back at home, a few dozen more. That's a guess. Only the overseers know for sure, and I am not of their rank.
Vale, el legado, que es
So
el
you
legado.
call data from the ancient past the legacy?
Yes, all that is not lost or forbidden.
What does that mean?
All that we are capable of reading, and that which is permitted.
Okay, I'm not sure I get it. That's fine. So
Me
what
cae
do you
bien
use
esta
the
mujer.
data for?
The greatest secrets are the ones that improve the lives of many. How to tend our crops, how to hold floodwaters back, or even cross the ocean.
Technology.
That is what I seek here. Technology that can help my people back home.
Vale, y tu gente me atacó.
Those
¿Qué pasó con
soldiers.
ellos?
They opened fire on me without warning. Why?
It is the duty of the Quen to seek out the legacy and defend it from the ignorant and envious.
Ah,
Not
gracias.
that you seem ignorant. But back home, other tribes only mean us harm, and we were told the same was true here.
Does that come from your legacy?
The legacy is truth. But we have been known to misinterpret it. I
como
hope
la Biblia,
time and
¿quieres
the
decir?
wisdom of our ancestors will guide us down the correct path.
Yeah. I hope so too.
Vale, ¿has encontrado algo
I'm
útil?
looking for a
Me
place in this
interesa.
facility called Test Station Ivy. Have you found any data that mentions it?
No. But I did find something that looks like a map. But it was unreadable. Lost.
Maybe I can make some sense of it.
There.
There's a lot of files here.
I've been through all of them. Look in the GH facility section.
Genio.
Like I said, a lost file.
You can't see the map? It's okay. It looks like your focus is an early model. The operating system won't be able to read any files created after the mid-2050s. But I
2050.
could share them with you.
Share them?
La tipa se emocionó.
You can see what is lost. And forbidden.
Not lost, not forbidden, just a newer format.
Es que Aloy es una hacker.
There. That's where I need to go.
But you can't get there. We've been here for a week trying to get deeper into the complex. The way has been blocked by rubble.
What about this tunnel? It looks like it unlocks from here.
No. I thought these might be some kind of access controls, but I couldn't read enough data to make them work.
Let's try with my focus. Okay?
Ah, porque el suyo es una versión anterior. Esta chica me cae bien.
I
Esperemos
believe
que
these
seamos super
consoles
amigos.
were meant to be operated in unison, but I'm not sure.
Se requiere operación.
Okay. Here we go.
Vale, vamos a ver.
Following
Vale.
your lead. The ancestors have shown us the way.
Come on, let's go.
You want me to come with you?
It took both of us to open up that tunnel, didn't it?
Sí. Pero hasta aquí vamos a dejar el episodio de hoy. Gracias por darle like, compartir y suscribirlo. Y suscribirse. Muchísimas gracias por el apoyo y adiós.